can you introduce us a little bit? Where are you studying? Where are you now?
Oriana, study in l'école des Sodales, in English, something like Church of I don't know.
I studied in social science.
Yeah, something like that. And I study anthropology. I'm master in anthropology. I'm from Peru. I've studied the university there also. I came here. I don't know if there is something else that I have to say.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would like to characterize the anthropology. You can talk about your studies or maybe how anthropology is developed in Peru, and which contracts do you there with France?
Okay, in me, there's a difference very in the anthropology here, because in Peru, the way of teaching anthropology is very similar American of United way, I think. Like scholars, it's the a way where the majority of are have their doctorate. Yes, they have done them in United States. In general, I see the theory part, but the practice methodology are more like in American way. When I say American way, it's more the methodology of a field structure, yeah, more schematic, necessary. Well, here too, it's important to read before, of course, but we don't have to do a plan, schema.
Schedule.
Specific, like we have to do there, no? And also this methodology, while we are learning of reading different kind of articles every week and to be have evaluations every week also, that's like scholar way of learning, that it's not bad, because we know that most people won't read if we don't have that pressure, but I don't know, I found that here it's very free, the way of learning, and also the theory. Well, I'm interested in Amazonic studies, so here there is the theory of this anthropologists very important, like Descola, Viveiros de Castro, and all that, and all that people. It's very important, and it's an influence very big. That it's not, well, in Peru, we have this limitation of the language, that we can read in Spanish or we can read in English, but what is produced in another language is difficult to know, to understand, to discuss. And I came to found that there are a lot of production in French, about the Amazon and that go long, más allá de
to go further, to go
that go further than the Escola and Viveiros de Castro, that today I don't know, in Peru we are with the ontological and that, but there is a lot more, but that we don't have access because of the language.
Yeah, and also we are very interested in the, you know, the dynamics of the center periphery, because even though in Peru we have the American scholarship and and also some French theories and professors that develop that kind of anthropology. Would you say that in Peru there is like a Peruvian way of doing an anthropology, or doing an anthropology at home, as is, you know, happening in Brazil, as maybe?
I don't think so, honestly, and it's kind of sad, but I don't think there is a Peruvian way of doing anthropology. Really, we learn from other countries and we try to do what we can and we don't know, and it's not bad, and it's not bad at all, but I think that there is no really a Peruvian theory of whatever. Maybe a little bit, but I think that the problem is that in these kind of countries, in the north countries, there is the money. There are people that are paid to think, and in Peru, that's very difficult to be paid just to think, just to research, just to do. If you want to be a researcher, you have to teach also, for example. You have to do other type of things, because it's I won't say impossible, but it's very, very difficult to just research and just think in theories and discuss different kind of things.
I wanted to ask Oriana, what do you think are the consequences of this sort of relationship? I mean, there's a financial situation by consideration that you are making, right? Among, like, say, Peru and other countries in the north, and also there's the question of knowledge production that is involved, or as a consequence of this inequality in financial situation. What would you say is the consequence for the production of knowledge in between, like, north and south, let's say, to generalize the Peruvian case?
Maybe the first consequence that I can think of is that the South, it's seen like the field work, and it's not seen as a place that also produce knowledge, and that has also the consequence that there are a lot of power relationships between this side of the world. So I don't know. I honestly, I don't think I've been disadvantaged here in this university here in France, because I think that my education in Peru was really good. But I know that I came also from a really privileged space of Peru. So it's not only Lima, it's a private university. It's something that it's really a case really particular in Peru. So if we talk about Peru in general and all the universities that teach anthropology, I couldn't say the same thing, that everybody's prepared to go and be competent and have compete in the north with people that have had a really good education from the school. I don't know. So that that's the word. That's what the word is. right now, no? And the reproduction of social classes and just all that. Yeah, but I don't know. And so all the theory, it's gonna be the always. I don't know what. I'm sorry. I'm gonna start again this last idea, but if in Peru we have the money to make research, is because the North is gonna give us that money. So
Yeah.
we are gonna research what they want and not what in the South, the needs of the South. There is the agenda, it's good to say agenda of the anthropology research is made by the ones that have the money to decide what they want to know, what they want to learn, but no, it's not about the needs of the countries that really need that type of research. So I think that's a consequence important.
Yeah. And it seems like in the end, it seems that it reproduces this power relation of colonialism still, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in this scene, I would just like to ask what you think, what are the possibilities for a decolonized anthropology, for example, in this complex scenario? What would you say? And also, actually, perhaps before that, I'd like to ask you if you have seen this in a discursive realm when you're studying in France, for example, if you're seeing that there is a sort of inequality, like they perceive this inequality when they're teaching something or they are mentioning some theories vis-a-vis how you see anthropology in Peru, for example. But yeah, maybe I complexified too much. The two questions.
Yeah, I don't remember the first, but I can start with the second, and you
Okay, that
can
is
tell me the
perfect.
first. Then, no, I think that in general, well, because we all are anthropologists, so we used to have a mind that sees the other, and we are the other. In a different way. So I don't think that they see the I don't know, the South American anthropology like something less or less important. But also I know that they don't read they don't read a lot of what we produce, but because we don't produce a lot at least in Peru, we really don't produce a lot. We have, of course, there are a lot of good articles of Peruvian people, and I'm sure of that. But if we are gonna talk about important discussions or important theories, I can't think in a well, yeah, I can think in a couple of Peruvian people that have done have said anything important, of course. Principally, if they study in South America, like their field work are there, of course they have to read what is produced there too. But I don't know. I didn't feel that was any kind of discrimination, inequality, or with that, honestly.
Okay.
Well, but that's my sensation.
Your narrative.
And I've been also in the seminars, in the courses, in the seminars of Latin America. So it's evident that we have to read people from the South, because all the seminars are
I
here.
was wondering if you don't find that paradoxical, because we're from Latin America and we go to these places in the global north to study about Latin America, and sometimes I feel like what I'm doing in here, maybe I should be like in there on the field. I don't know, what's your perspective about that?
Yeah, no, totally. I know I came here because in Peru I already have all that the Católica, the university where we study, had to offer to me. I already had that, and I'm very grateful, but I needed something more, so I came here for that. But it's true that when I was, I don't know, in a seminar of gender in the South, they were talking about, I don't know, South American women, and I was like, oh, that's me. You're talking about me, my culture, and it's like quite strange. But we do the same because we are anthropologists, and I study other people too. So the Yaminawas can come here and tell me, hey, you're talking about me, and yes, I am. I don't know. It was like a strange position for me, like an anthropologist, but that was funny also. Also, I think we have a lot of things to say in that context, no? When people is talking about from the theory about, I don't know, in South America it's like that. There's, I don't know, we've been there. We have a lot of experience and a lot of field work that it's not so common here. I think before the master, it's not so common to make a field work that we have already made. So I think we have a lot of things to say, and that's cool. That's really cool for the debate and all that. So,
And Oriana, so just to come back to one thing that you were saying before, you're talking about how in any case, even if, say, a country like Peru receives the money to do research, the money will probably comes from the global north, and they kind of condition which kind of research will be done in Peru. Following from that, would just like to ask you, how do you see the possibilities of decolonization in this process if it seems so entangled, like the power relation is structured in like financial issues, and it's also related to like knowledge production? And how do you see decolonization both on the Peruvian side and also on the European side? Because, you know, it's a relationship, it's not one way only.
Yeah. I'm a pessimist. I'm sorry. I think it's very, very, very difficult. And I only know the Peruvian situation. I know that maybe in Brazil there are a lot of more, well with Bolsonaro, I don't know, but there were a lot of more possibilities. But in Peru, I think I see very far the possibility of having more resources to just do research, as social research, but because there are resources to do research of math, physics, and all this type of science. But in the social science, there is not money, there is not interest, and if we don't have money from other countries, we are not gonna do a lot of research, and that's sad. But I don't see that that's gonna change soon. At least I hope that it will change anytime. From the European point of view, I don't know. I'm in the in a very, very small circle, social circle. So here I can see that yes, people can say and think about that, and that they know that the knowledge is yes, that the knowledge is colonized and all that, but and there is a lot of reflection about that, but I don't know if it's gonna happen soon. Honestly, it's very, very difficult just with, I don't know. I don't find a solution.
That is fair, I think. It's fair to think that.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hope you find you find it in your work.
Yeah, of course. Our white side will decolonize knowledge.
Yeah.